isolation of Kevin Samuels. The downfall of Kevin Samuels. They are tired of him giving advice. He's the godfather of the manosphere, and they just do not want to hear what he has to say. Who does he think he's empowering? Why does he think that his message is so important? His message is not needed. Cancel Kevin Samuels. This is interesting. I'm noticing, I don't know if it's because of the coronavirus. I don't know if it's because people losing their job. I don't know if it's something in the food, but for some reason it's this onslaught of men attacking men. Like there's no building, there's no major conversations going. There's nothing to really promote solutions. It's really just engaging upon anybody that's popular off with their head. I'm noticing that. Salute. And it's like it's becoming the new norm to attack a man based on his principles, based on his job, based on how many people like him, and then attack him and then turn around and apologize real quick. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you're gonna like this one, Unique. Because here's my thought process. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about the downfall of Kevin Samuels or whatever, my thoughts is that I follow no one wholeheartedly. Like I'm not loyal to anyone wholeheartedly. Everybody at some point in time can be right. They say a broken clock can be right twice a day. Well, everybody at some point, if they talk long enough, they're going to say something that resonates with you. Okay, Kevin Samuels resonates with a lot of people, and so do a lot of other people. Hey, Derek Jackson resonated with a lot of people. And we see how that one-dimensional message panned out. But the fact of the matter is, I'm looking at this Kevin Samuels thing, and I'm kind of curious, right? 183rd, I see you. I'm kind of curious about something. I'm curious why Kevin Samuels needs to be canceled versus you just blocking him out of your social media. Like you just deleting him, you just unsubscribing, you just stop looking at him. And it's interesting to me because the people that say I hate something and I don't like something, for some reason they keep going back to the same narrative. They use his talking points. They take, you know what I'm saying, the energy from this location and try to recreate it, especially if you're a content creator, recreate it on their page. And that's what I'm saying. If, you know, they say jealousy is a big form of flattery sometimes. But I noticed something that this guy called Ryan Davis, comedian, and I saw that he had some comments. I'm actually gonna play it for you guys because I actually just seen it today. I'm gonna play it for you guys, and you tell me what you think or whatever. During the course of it, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna give some commentary or whatever. But I started listening. I said, man, I got to talk about this. This goes into the whole topic of, you know, the high value man versus the beta male versus the alpha male, and it's a lot of men that they grab onto titles and they wear it like a badge of honor. But the fact of the matter is, if you can carry your responsibilities, that don't make you an alpha male. If you paying your bills, that don't make you an alpha male. If you taking care of your kids, that don't make you an alpha male. It's like we're running towards these titles trying to basically say that we're better than whoever we're talking about. And that's great. But my whole thing about it is you have to be careful with titles. Your name should be your creed. That means me being Mario J, that means I should be handling the things that I need to be handling at my level, the things that I can control that's in my world and in my reach. That would be my job, that would be my children, that would be my household, that would be my physical fitness, my mental fitness, my emotional fitness, my financial fitness. That to me is a man. You know, and now we're using these labels and titles to separate certain things. But I noticed that there's a lot of men for some reason that are jealous of these men. If you rise above, the average conversation. You rise above the average narrative. That means people start to give you notoriety. People start to say, well, I want to tune in to listen to what you have to say. I just noticed that there's a lot of, whether you call them haters, beta males, whatever you want to call them, but for some reason they throw all of this shade, and it's like, well, we want to talk about his sexuality. Well, my thought process is what he does as a grown man is not going to affect the inside of my household. That's his message. Now, my thing about it is we do a great job. We do a great job at shooting down the messenger. We do a great job at shooting down the messenger. Oh, we want to talk about your sexuality. We want to talk about your job. We want to talk about your kids. What is the message? What is the message? If your message is empowering people, who can say it's wrong? If your message is inspiring people, who can say it's wrong? I think the people that are mostly affected by the message are raising hell. And if anybody was to say that, oh, well, he's the godfather of the manosphere, and they're all about, promoting men and empowering men, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's cool. But I never promote a one-sided message. I believe that men and women should be balanced. I believe that men and women should be empowered. I believe communities should be empowered. So if you have a one-dimensional message, that means I'm gonna sit up here and I'm gonna tell you how great men are, how men are the kings, and how men should lead from the front. And oh, no, forget the women, And then you got other people that's saying, okay, well, let me big up the women and forget the men. My thing about it is these one-sided conversations, these one-dimensional conversations, where have that gotten us? Where has that gotten us? It has gotten a bunch of bitter people, a bunch of vindictive people that's been hurt, making videos and saying, okay, now I'm going to trash you, and I'm going to drag you, and I'm going to drill you, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And there's no togetherness. There's no equality for nobody. And our children looking at us like, man, I'm just going to be gay. I mean, this is too much. This is too much. I've never seen a bunch of men that can't talk to women. I've never seen a bunch of women that can't talk to men. I'll just do my own thing. Let me look on social media and see who I should love, who I should have kids with, what type of job I should work, what type of college, because they're not listening to you. They're not listening to you. They're watching you be disgruntled. They're watching you bash. They're watching you promote hatred. They're watching you indulge in jealousy. There's a lot of parents out here sitting online on a regular basis playing the "oh, I hate you" game because you got subscribers, because you got notoriety. It's embarrassing. Let's get to what Ron Davis had to say about this Kevin Samuels situation or whatever. Again, I think that, again, a person can be right twice a day. And if Kevin Samuels says something that resonates with you, salute, great. If he doesn't, then hey, keep it moving, keep it pushing. But I think we get so caught up in this bandwagon, and I think people want to feel a part of something. So if more people that you like hate them, then you're gonna hate them. If more people that you like them, then you're gonna like them. It's not too many individuals that's gonna say, I'm going to look at this for myself. I'm going to assess this situation for myself. And then there's just some people out there that's like, okay, well, let me look for a come up. Let me clout chase and say, okay, well, I seen 3 videos that said that they hate them, so I'm gonna say the opposite. I seen 3 videos that said they like them, so I'm gonna say the opposite. There's no balance. There's no balance. It's a bunch of confusion, and there's a bunch of people trying to figure it out. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Nobody's going to figure out your damn life but you. Nobody should take control and tell you how to love your woman and how to love your man and how to love your kids and how to... It's great to expand your knowledge, expand your horizon, and listen to some things that's going to empower you, that's going to be an asset to your life. That's cool. But when you start living verbatim, I don't care if they are average person at best, or they are high value this, or an alpha male that, or an alpha female this. You can listen, and if you get something from it, great, if it adds something to your life. But if you're using what's being told to you to go bash another gender, go bash another race, go bash another community, you wrong. You dead ass wrong. And that's the issue that we having right now. It's like, man, to me personally, man, I think that we should be building women. I think we should be building men. I think that we should be building communities. And we can't build if everything's about bashing and breaking. Everything's about disrespecting. I'm going to talk about your sexuality because, no, it ain't got nothing to do with your message. I get that. But I want to talk about your sexuality. Well, why do we put sexuality on the table? Can you imagine every time a content creator or someone that gives advice or speaks about life experience, they get online, the first thing you got to say is, okay, yeah, I heard your message, but let's talk about your sexuality. Does that deter from the message? Are gay people not intelligent? Are gay people not successful? Are gay people not parents? I'm not a part of the LGBTQ community, but I'm just thinking, I know a lot of smart people, and some of them gay. And they can write songs, they can fly planes, they have businesses. I mean, they have 401ks. I mean, they pretty smart. So my thought process, can you imagine talking to a person, going into somewhere where they have products and services or whatever, a business owner, and say, before I buy any products and services, are you gay? Before you give me any information, are you gay? Before you tell me about love languages and communication and being an entrepreneur and investing in and how to be a better person in life, are you gay? We do a great job at derailing the conversation. We do a great job at shooting the messenger. And then you wonder why you don't get leaders, or you get people brave enough to step out front, because what happens is they get condemned. They get condemned. You wonder why you have people hiding their face on social media and then giving their perspective on certain things, because the minute that you show your face, you get analyzed, and rightfully so. You should vet the person that's giving you information. But my whole thing about it is, I've never vetted someone to the point where I wanted to know their sexuality, because depending on their sexuality is how I'm going to receive the message. Here's the thing. Sometimes you can say simple things, and people will add what they want to add based on the fact of if they like you or not. If your message is good, right? If they like you, then they'll stamp your message. Okay, you got a good message. If they don't like you, despite if you have a good message or not, they're going to stamp it disapproved, because they don't like you. And my thought process is, how do you separate the messenger from the message? Let's look at it. Let's listen to Ryan Davis and what he had to say.
I decided to do a 2-part series on Kevin Samuels. And I couldn't even get started, because as soon as I posted this picture of him, niggas started attacking me. Why are you using that picture? Why in the world are you attacking the Godfather? Why in the world do you got something negative to say about Kevin Samuels? You a simp. You a hater. You clout chasing. I haven't said a single word about this nigga yet, and y'all are ready to attack me because you think I might say something negative about your daddy. That's right, your daddy. You know, father figure, having ass niggas who look to this man that you don't know to speak for you, and you just rah cheering behind them. Now, there's a lot of us men, right, who's out here handling our business, doing what we have to do, who have had an issue with women not being accountable. If you look, last year I made a post saying that all these billions of people on social media, all these pages, and nobody is specializing in showing women accountability. Taraji P. Henson, who was very pro-woman, and Jill Scott, who was very pro-woman, agreed with me. And people attacked Jill Scott for agreeing with me on the post. Nobody has an issue with it.
Okay, let me say this real quick. Men should hold men accountable. Men should hold men accountable. Men should be speaking to men on how to be better men. Women should be speaking to women on how to be better women. Now, you can have a conversation, but it needs to be balanced when you start cross-gender conversation. That means if I sit here as a man and say, well, ladies, women, let me teach you how to be better women. How can a man teach a lady how to be? You mean you can teach a woman how to be a servant to a man? You can teach a woman how to just do what it is that you say, but it's a lot of women who are bosses now. There's a lot of women who done leveled up past any type of past shit. I'm not just gonna stay home and kick out babies and clean the house. I'm my own boss. I got my own money. I'm doing my own thing, and I'm not just going to now I can be your partner, I can be your confidant, I can be your friend, but what I'm not gonna do is just be spitting out babies and stay at home. A lot of women done leveled up from that. So if you're listening to a man that's telling you, girl, just lay on your back, shut up and cook. Lay on your back, shut up, cook, and raise these babies. Now, I'm the man now, you better listen to me. Bro, that shit ain't flying. That ain't flying. Now, if you're the type of man that says, I'm gonna empower women. Hey, women, fix your crown. You know what I'm saying? He don't deserve you if he don't do this and he don't do that and he don't do. Well, we see how that Derrick Jackson narrative played out. Because there's no way in hell that I'm going to be empowering women online and I'm not empowering the woman that I'm with. That's number one. You know, and you can tell those type of guys because there's a lot of guys, and I'm gonna address this. But there's a lot of guys based on their comment section or whatever. Can you imagine being a guy like Derrick Jackson or whatever, and having women in your comments talking about that's my baby daddy, that's my future husband, whoa, sexual chocolate, etc., etc. My thing about it is, if people had respect for your platform, respect for your wife, respect for your family, they wouldn't be talking in your comments like that, because you would be addressing it. But you're selling sexuality. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna knock how you make your money, but the fact of the matter is, you're empowering women to a point of delusion, to the point where they don't even want to work with their man. As soon as they have issues with their man, you're encouraging them to leave. You're not encouraging them to sit down and practice those love languages and some communication, being a sender and receiver. You're not telling them that. You're breaking up homes, which is ironic, because you failed to the same advice that you were empowering women with. You failed. To this point where, yeah, ain't nobody perfect or whatever, but my whole thing about it is, why not empower people to build with one another, to understand that shit, every day ain't gonna be perfect, but this is a healthy way that we can have an argument or a disagreement or have concerns where we can bounce back. That's really what it's about. Bouncing back. Because when you get that woman or you get that man, y'all trying to rock out. Y'all trying to take trips. Y'all trying to have lots of sex. Y'all trying to have great communication, shop, live in a great house, drive cars, have a great 401k, live and raise your children. I mean, you don't need anybody deterring that. You don't need anybody deterring that. Can you imagine me listening to a woman or a man that's telling me that the person I'm with ain't shit? The person that I'm with is toxic. The person that I'm with is a narcissist. And the thought process is, they never told me to look within me. They never told me to do a self-reflection. They never told me, well, how is your communication skills? Are you self-centered? Are you a narcissist? Are you toxic? They never tell you to look at you. It's always point at somebody else. One-dimensional ass messages. Let's get back to this.
Holding women accountable. So when Kevin Samuels came forward, it was a breath of fresh air to me. But what I didn't realize is how many bitch ass niggas he was going to empower. All these niggas, if you ever see Kevin Samuels go live, just look at the live feed comments. Soon as a woman pop up, oh, she a 2. She don't deserve a man. Oh, she probably got 100 kids, whatever. All these no pussy getting ass niggas who ain't never had the bravery to speak to a woman can't do nothing but talk shit when Kevin is talking to these women. And men, us men who are handling our business and doing our shit, come on, be honest. We know these niggas. We know who these niggas are. They're the same niggas that troll us in our comment section. And all I'm saying is, it doesn't matter if Kevin is doing a service, because if he create 3 angels in women by teaching them to be accountable, but in the end create 1,000 monster ass niggas that's ready to disrespect women on the back end, it's hurting what he's trying to do. Why the fuck does it even bother you that I use this picture? Oh, he looks gay in that picture. Oh, that's why you're using it. Want me to use this picture? What about this picture? Maybe I should.
Okay, so this is my thought process. I know you guys can't see the photos that he's showing, but I looked at the photos. For those that don't know, I sat down and I saw the documentary, not the documentary, but the interview with Tasha K and Kevin Samuels. Really the only one I've ever seen. But he said that he was raised by a lot of women, right? And normally when you're raised by a lot of women, you have certain traits that you tap into, certain emotional traits, certain postures, certain things that, you know, a man probably would have like, better chill out. What the hell are you standing like that for? Like, you know how men would have been like, hey man, what you doing, man? What the hell? You see what I'm saying? But he didn't really have that. So his mannerisms kind of like, you know, I don't really know. But the fact of the matter is, it's the photos that Ryan Davis picked. He knew that Kevin Samuels wasn't at his best. He knew it. And you deliberately pick those photos because your intentions are not good. And that's what I notice about a lot of people when they're saying that I'm just trying to promote my message, I'm trying to get my message out there, et cetera, et cetera. And whether they say it's a positive message, an impactful, you know, a real, genuine message, I notice that they use these these tactics. Either they try to use some crazy verbiage and throw in sneak disses, or they use things like photos that don't place you in a good light. I'm gonna play, even though you got 16 pictures with, you know, a fresh haircut and, you know, good clothes on. I'm gonna use the one when you didn't have a haircut and your eyes was black. You see what I'm saying? The intentions wasn't good. And see, that's why the people were addressing you, because they're saying, well, I don't have an issue with Kevin Samuels, but it looks like you have an issue with him based on the photos that you're using. Discernment. Is this right? Being a grown man, you got to ask yourself, is what you doing right? That's my problem with a lot of people, because my thing is, it's like, if you're going to promote a narrative and saying that I'm here to help people, I'm here to inspire people, I'm here to make sure that people understand that, you know what, you need to know your worth. Whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, whether you're a child, whether you're a part of this community or that community, I'm here to do what I can to help. But when you have sneaky ways about you, you do fuck shit, you should be held accountable, period. And Ryan Davis, you're being held accountable right now. The photos that you used, you knew for a fact that it did not set this man up in a good light. So whatever it is, whatever two-part documentary thing that you were doing, you knew for a fact that using these photos was going to trigger a lot of people that do support this man. And even if, look, I don't remember the last time I seen a Kevin Samuels video. Last time I seen a Kevin Samuels video. But nonetheless, if I'm going to talk about Kevin Samuels, I'm not going to use the worst photo to talk about him, because you're trying to put him in a bad light. You're trying to picture him in a bad light. And in a way, it's almost like, it's almost slanderous. Almost slanderous to a certain extent. My thing about it is, if he has good photos, use a good photo and then promote what it is that you're promoting. But what you're promoting is the fact that you have an issue with Kevin Samuels. So that's why you're doing what you're doing. Come on, bro.
Use this picture. The reason it doesn't matter what
Salute
picture
to the
I
chat.
use, because Kevin Samuels looks gay. He's not gay. The singer Neo had the same issue. He would take all kinds of pictures that make people question his sexuality. When men are raised by women and they don't.
K Leo says, don't use no photos. I hear you. I hear you. I think it's important to use photos, especially for marketing. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important. But the issue is that, no, I mean, no shots at Ryan Davis or whatever case may be, but I'm just like, bro, like, I don't think you a supermodel. You feel me? So it's like, why are you sitting back saying, well, let's look at his looks and let's look at that? My whole thing about it is, what is his message? What is her message? That's what I go off of. Look, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, you need to go to the gym, or you need to go do this. Bro, your looks is your looks. God gave you those looks for a certain type of reason. I have no, it's somebody out there, and Flavor Flav, shout out to Flavor Flav. I'm just saying, if he could find some, I mean, Whoopi Goldberg, I'm just saying, these people are not highly desirable, but the fact of the matter is they have things going on for them, where they have people around them that love them and cherish them. So for you to even feel that, you know, if I use Kevin Samuels' worst pick, that's going to highlight or make me look better, I think that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It says, bro, some dudes are feminine. It's just, yeah, I mean, everybody don't have that masculine appeal. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody don't have that look about them. You know, some people just have a softer look, a more feminine type look. And it may be depending on how you grew up. It may be depending on whatever mannerisms. Like I had a homeboy, he used to go like this all the time. Like put his hand on his chin. I'm like, he probably looking right now like, bro, don't do that, man. Media, I appreciate it. I truly think that the people don't know how much work you put in, from editing, coming up with powerful and uplifting content, as well as engaging with the ToughLove family. Salute to you, big bro. Hey, I appreciate that, Media. Thank you. Thank you. I think we are putting in some work, and I think that what we're doing is very needed, because there's a lot of one-dimensional messages. I just want to, you know, as a man, I just want to empower women. Why as a man are you empowering women and not trying to empower men? But you know that there's so many single parent households out there that don't have men in it. So why would you not want to say, hey, let me reach out to these young brothers and show them the right way? But what you want to do is you want to empower women. There's a lot of men out there on YouTube and other places that are content creators. I just want to be around the females. I want to talk about all these men and how bad they are and they're beta males, and I'm the real one. Derek Jackson did that to the T. He did it to the T. Did it to the T. He did it to the T. One-dimensional message.
Don't have any male influence whatsoever around them. They tend to take some zesty ass photos. But Neo is married with children happily. This nigga's fine. Kevin Samuels been married twice. He has a child. That nigga's fine. But you niggas are so scared of me saying something negative about your daddy because you ain't have no man to look up to. And now you seeing somebody stand up, you know what I mean, the women like you couldn't do. Now all of a sudden you want to rally behind them. You know the most dangerous thing in the world for a woman is a man. The thing that hurts women more than anything in this world are men. That's why women continuously say protect black women. Look at the significant amount of black women who are sexually touched by somebody they know or someone in their family when they're young. The number is...
Can I say something to y'all? This is my issue with these men. When you get in front of a camera, you start talking out the side of your ass. You want to use Kevin Samuels as a ploy to promote how men are hurting women sexually, instead of saying that there are young boys as well getting sexually assaulted. This is the problem that we have, because when you hear these messages and we start talking about sexual assault and we start talking about being raped and molested, for some reason we always forget the young men out there that's been through that shit, that's going through that shit. This, if you listen to Ryan Davis, especially at this part right here, yeah, that's why women are supporting women, because these men out here are taking advantage of them. Bro, you taking advantage of them right now. Right now. Trying to rally them up to point the finger at a black man and say, yeah, y'all doing this to... Stop with these one-dimensional ass messages. Stop with these one-dimensional ass messages. There are numerous young men that are getting molested, that are getting abused. To just use a narrative that there's only females and then try to promote it as if, yeah, this is going to win me some brownie points with females. It's unfair. It's unrealistic. It's unnecessary. Ladies and gentlemen, our children are under fire from so many things. And if you think it's just black men that are molesting children, sorry, you are dead wrong. So when you have messages like this that say, you ain't got to worry about those females in your house. No, don't worry about no females. But any black man that come around, shit, you better twice. You better do a background check. It just puts a target on your back for no reason. Instead of saying that there's adults out here hurting children. That way, those parents don't have to be off guard. Now you can still be on guard and say, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know you, ma'am, like that. Sir, I don't know you, sir, like that. No, I'm not going to let my kids just spend a night over there with you. But listening to him, you should be more afraid of black men than you should be of anybody. I'm just saying. How many people agree with that? You should love your children, protect for your children, provide for your children, be a role model for your children. Why is it that when it comes to black men, they're the only ones violating children? Irresponsible ass men. Irresponsible. You send this message out, so now every time this woman dates a black man, he has a target on his back because she done served some fuck shit like that. But you got an issue with Kevin Samuels. Don't listen to his message, listen to my message. Okay.
Significant. Or the story about the black woman in New York who just wanted to grab a bottle of wine after work and a dude offered to pay for it. She was like, no, thank you. So him and his friends jumped there and he tried to bite her eye out. Or how about the girl in Atlanta who was on a scooter date with her man and a dude drove up in the car and tried...
New text message.
Come on.
And then she was like, no. So he shot her in the leg. What about the girl who goes to LSU that they just found in the Mississippi River? You want to know why shit like that happens? Well, you know, when you're on a date, right, and a girl takes a picture of you, or she texts her homegirl who she's with and where y'all are going, or she takes a picture of your license plate. You want to know why shit like that happens? That shit used to offend me. But then it dawned on me that there's a lot of you psycho ass niggas out there, and the most dangerous thing in the world for a woman is a man. But women are all over the place.
I don't know if it's because, I don't know if it's the 20 years experience in the military. I don't know if it's the street. I don't know if it's just life experience. I don't know if it's degrees. I don't know what has me on high alert and really can see through the fuck shit. But I'm telling y'all, when I tell you I can see through the fuck shit, like I can see it. You have these men that sit and they have this facade like they really want to help and they really want to support and they really want to build. But the second you say, hey, bro, you going left. You going left. And I see you going left. Let me address that shit. Constructive criticism is very important, especially when you're a content creator. Now, you do have people that don't give two shits about what you think, how you feel. They just gonna say whatever they want to say, be irresponsible, and drive on. And you'll see those people. You'll definitely see those people. I actually tagged a guy earlier this morning. I was doing a video, the case may be, and I was actually addressing ability for men or whatever. But I saw that he didn't address the things I talked about. But he took the thumbnail that I used and then went and talked about the celebrity. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The mad entrepreneur says, I thought you was attacking Kevin. That's why it's great for you to listen. Thank you for listening. Sit back, relax. Let me do this. Let me sit back, relax. Says the downfall of bullshit. The downfall of these men that feel like in order to be heard, you have to hate on someone else. The downfall of these men that feel like, let me do something to rally the females so that way I can get attention and I can get likes or attention that I wasn't getting in high school or college or middle school or in real life period as an adult. The downfall of that. Do I ride on whatever a celebrity says or anybody that has over 5,000 followers? My thought process is this. In real life, you have to live your life. No one can live your life for you. You can live vicariously through somebody. That's fine if that's what you want. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, are you really living your best life? Because a lot of people living their best life under the worst conditions. A lot of gossip, a lot of hate, a lot of drama, a lot of BS. And the thought process is, can you find somebody that's balanced, that really want to promote a genuine empowerment for all? And I can't do it by myself. I need people just like you that give a damn and say, you know what, man, maybe sharing this message, liking this message, adding something to the conversation is going to expand this message. And you're exactly right. You're exactly right. Everybody that's viewing this right here, you are the star player of your team. And I don't give a shit if it's a Derek Jackson, a Kevin Samuels, a Kwame Brown, a Tommy Sotomayor, a Hassan Campbell. You are the star player of your team. Build you up, protect yourself. And when you're listening to messages that don't seem right, it's up to you to set the boundaries for how long you stay listening to that message, how long you promote that platform. There's a lot of great content creators out there that really have a balanced message, that really want to see people build and grow. But then again, it's not. You have to use your judgment. You have to use your judgment. You've been listening to this person for 30 days plus. What type of assets have they brought to your life? What type of empowerment have they helped you with? For some of you guys, you don't get anything but a burst of negativity that they call entertainment, and you or might chuckle or giggle or whatever case may be, but at the end of the day, it does nothing for you. It does nothing for you. Here's a dose of reality. Live your own life. Be your own person. Be your own man. Be your own woman. Build your community, and you build it. You ain't got, listen, let me say this as well. I heavily support my community. Okay, what I don't do is I don't have to go live. I don't have to tell somebody, hold a camera, look at me, what I'm doing, y'all. For those people that do that, kudos to you, you're helping. But my thought process is, in order to I don't know how a homeless person would feel if I was in their face with a camera saying, look at me give them a coat. Look at me give them a bottle of water. I don't know if that's genuine. Do y'all think that's genuine? I heard somebody say, well, if you ain't got no proof of it, well, if you're in my city, then you definitely would see my work. But the thought process is that I feel like a lot of people are doing things not only for clout and for views and for subscribers, but I think when you genuine, you just gonna do it. When you a man, you just gonna do it. You don't have to say, I'm a high value. You're just gonna be high value. You're just gonna have some type of substance, some type of essence. You're gonna be consistent with a thing to be consistent with, which is raising your family, which is being a protector, being a provider, being a role model. You're gonna do those things, and a lot of people feel like they can't do those things with title. How title is more important than the action. Having the title is more important than the action. I'm a savage. What make you a savage? I'm a bad bitch. What make you a bad bitch? I'm a boss. What make you a boss? You have no business, no EIN number, but you a boss. Okay. Okay. Stop. Okay. Let's get back to it. Salute to the chat. I see y'all.
Screaming protect black women, and y'all like, oh, this is a false narrative. This is crazy. But then if I say I'm gonna make a video about Kevin Samuels, y'all are like, protect this nigga at all costs. What? Y'all don't see how weird that is? Now, I ain't saying he gay, but y'all some shit y'all might want to work out. And y'all are the same made me popular for calling Odell Beckham gay. There's no video of Odell Beckham out here fucking another man. We all laughed about me joking about him possibly being gay. But the actual thought that I might say that about Kevin Samuels got y'all niggas panties in a bunch. Now ask yourself why that is. I miss the days where Kevin Samuels used to talk to you beta ass, no male role model having ass men, and he used to correct you. I would love to.
I believe that when men talk like that, they make a distinction. If you calling these men, I guess, that follow Kevin Samuels and promote him betas, does that automatically make you an alpha male? Does that automatically make you a high value man? You see where I'm going with this? Like, if I call you something, I'm the opposite. I'm better. Ryan Davis, do you feel like you're an alpha male? Do you feel like you're a high value man? I just want to know. I'm just curious. Does it automatically make you better than the person you're talking about? Because to me, I'm finding holes in your message. When you start talking about sexual assault as if we only need to worry about our little girls. We only need to worry about black men. But what about the young boys that get sexually assaulted? So I'm finding holes in your shit. So my thought process is, if I sit on here and I say, Ryan Davis, you must be a fucking beta ass male, does that make me an alpha male? Does that make me high value? I don't think people listen to their message. I think they hit go live, they get a title, and they start talking out the side of their ass, and they don't sit back and say, well, why the fuck am I saying that? That don't make no sense. Because now if I have a son, oh, I ain't got to worry about him getting molested. He'll get over it. If he get touched, he'll get over it. Fuck it. He tough. Something to think about. Let's go.
Find out who Kevin Samuels ran into to make him the way that he is, because he openly admitted that a lot of people were shocked that he didn't end up being gay because he was so effeminate, and the first time he really got to be around men is in college. I love how open this man is about it, and then when he saw that behavior in other men, he would check him.
Man, the fuck up. Get off this Disney rom-com bullshit. That's what has most of us single mother raised boys fucked up blue pill beta males.
Can y'all do me a favor? I see a lot of respectful comments in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I see a lot of people providing great feedback. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. The conversation, the channel is called Tough Love, but really the only thing tough is sitting down, being patient to listen. So for the people that's saying, oh, the title or the thumbnail, I thought you was going in. I thought you. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time to say, well, let me hear him out. Thank you. That's how we get things started. That's how we promote solutions. That's how we come together. It ain't about dragging, it ain't about disrespecting, it ain't about, oh, you a beta, you this and you that. No, it's about having a conversation that for some reason is difficult for people to have. Thank you very much for that. I'm new to the channel, only took 3 videos until I subscribe. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the family.
Soy boys. You ain't got the nerve to be mad at women because we bitches. Nope.
Why aren't those the Kevin Samuel clips that y'all like to play? Why aren't those the talking points that y'all like to repeat? Instead, y'all wait to glorify him once he starts winning arguments with women. So now he the Godfather. But when he was digging a hole in y'all's ass and trying to make you be accountable men, oh, nah, he wasn't the Godfather then. He ain't had the millions.
Okay, so obviously he's throwing shots. I mean, obviously you can see it's all riddled through that. It's important for men to have something to rally for. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me very carefully. For those men that did not have, Kevin Samuels said out of his mouth, based on what this Ryan guy just said, that Kevin Samuels was not around real male figures until he got to college. I want you to think about that. Because half of motherfuckers don't go to college, right? So this man is now a young adult attending college with no male figures around. Who's teaching you how to tie? Who's teaching you how to make love to a woman? Who's teaching you how to do man things? You ain't learning this until you get to college. So imagine the eye opener. So the things that you feel like, you know what, hey, I'm gonna go to the mall and I'm gonna sell perfume. I really personally right now don't know no guys that sell perfume. But if you around women, oh yeah, at least you got a job. It's a different conversation. It's a different psyche. So you got to understand these things. And that's why I say when people start saying, let's talk about his sexuality, but let's talk about his upbringing. Now, this is not to blame the women that raised him, you know what I'm saying? But this is to understand, hey, what happened? That's like somebody saying, I was sexually assaulted and molested when I was a child. So now I have attachment issues when it comes to men. I have attachment issues when it comes to women. So what happened to them don't matter? It's not important. It's not a part of the conversation. You're going to have certain mannerisms. You're going to carry yourself a certain way. You're going to have certain standards and morals. You're going to probably be tapped into your emotions a little bit more because you are around people that were a little bit emotional. Women are emotional. Men are more factual. I mean, that's just down the line, cut and dry. So my thought process is for those people that saying, well, he seems to want to argue with women. He seems to be, you know, X, Y, and Z, yada, yada, yada. My thought process is this. Men need someone that is balanced so that way they can learn from. Men need someone that is balanced so that way they can learn from. If they didn't have a big brother, if they didn't have an uncle, if they didn't have a pastor, if they didn't have a football coach, hell, they didn't have the trash man that came around every two days out the week. If they didn't have that, they need that. Now, my thought process is, do I agree with everything that Kevin Samuels say? Hell no. I don't agree with everything. What shit? Half the people that say some of the shit they say. But is there some relevance to the message? There is. I would be remiss if I did not say some of the things that you say needs to be said the way you say it. It does. Now, some people, it's like this. When they get the short end of the stick, you got to understand that there are women out there that are expecting men to pay for everything, to do everything, you know, to be great in the bed, to have all of this money, to have all of these resources, a network or whatever, but they don't bring nothing to the table. I'm about to piss somebody. Y'all know what I'm about to do. Y'all know what I'm about to do. You can't demand that a man have all of these resources, all of this money, be physically fit, etc., etc., etc. Bring the table, bring the house, bring the seasoning, bring the forks, bring the sheets, bring the grass, and you don't bring nothing but ass and titties. Stop. Don't get mad. Listen to me. So if Kevin Samuels is promoting that message anywhere within his rhetoric, then I agree with that. Are you what you looking for? Wait, fellas, before you get hyped, motherfucker. Wait. You can't expect a woman to say, you know what? Oh yeah, I see you got the hair, I see you got the nails, I see you got the makeup, I see you got the breasts, I see you got X, Y, and Z. You never asked her about any other assets. When you got with her because she looked like an Instagram model. Then when you got with her, now all of a sudden you're mad because you got to do all of this other shit. She's demanding that you do X, Y, and Z, that you buy the Birkin bag, that you do X, Y, and Z. Here's the thing. Get somebody in your league. Get somebody in your league. Get somebody, if your credit bad and you working on your credit, then go find somebody. When you get with somebody, don't get with somebody who don't care about credit. It ain't gonna make sense. It's always gonna be some type of friction. You saying, you know what, man, I'm gonna buy me a house next year, whatever case may be. House? Nah, man, I ain't leaving the projects. Fuck that shit. No. Hey, I'm gonna cut down on the weed smoking or whatever. Cut down? Shit, I'm about to turn up. What you talking about cut down? Every night's a party. Find somebody who match your fly. Find somebody that match your fly. Find somebody that want to build. Find somebody that want to have kids. Find somebody that want to be an entrepreneur. Find somebody that want to travel. Find somebody that want to be consistent, want to be loyal, want to be trustworthy. Can I talk to the grown folks? Watch out. Tough Love family, I already know y'all grown. Let me talk to the people in the back that's watching from the clouds. Because I'm noticing that a lot of people are now checking for Tough Love. That's cool. Great. I want you to be a part of the conversation. You ain't got to hide. Come have a seat. Come be a part of the conversation. Come be a part of the conversation. This shit is important. There's too many one-dimensional messages out there, right? There's too many people having these high expectations of what somebody else should be doing for them. Ladies and gentlemen, your husband is not your servant. Your wife is not your servant. They're not your slave. They should be your partner. They should be your confidant. They should be your friend. They should be your lover. They should support and help strengthen your backbone. Hey, give you some tough love every now and then. A shoulder so you can cry on and lean on every now and then. Help you to take that first step. Even if you feel a little bit insecure or have a little low self-esteem, they should be that spark of energy, that twinkle in your eye, that standing ovation when you do something great, that coach when you don't quite feel at 100%. You can do it, baby. Baby, you got it. You got it. I don't think they got it. You got it. That's what you need in your life. Somebody you can smile with, somebody you can build with. It's just like, people are really teaching us online. This is crazy. How to hate one another. I'm going to call these black men Dusties. I'm going to call these black women's BT 1000s. Then what? After we go at each other and we disrespect the gay community, we disrespect the black community, we disrespect black men, we disrespect black women, what we got left? What we got left? God forbid if you go find love with a Caucasian person or Oriental person or a Hispanic person. Oh, hell no, you dating outside your race. Well, damn, didn't you just call me a Dusty? Didn't you just say I'm a trash dumpster can or whatever, a trash bag? Huh? Didn't you just call me a Terminator? Didn't you just say I'm a weed-wearing hooligan? Like, so let me get this straight. I'm supposed to stay with the fuckery. I'm supposed to be down with the fuckery. I'm supposed to be down with the mental abuse, the physical abuse, the emotional abuse. I'm supposed to sit here and let you call me a Dusty, then take you out, right? Wine and dine you, sex you real good, then go take you to the mall and buy you a bunch of shit. We going on trips, baby girl. I got you. So you under this delusion that I don't know my worth. They under the delusion that you don't know your worth. That you don't deserve better. You don't deserve somebody to love and to appreciate you. You don't deserve somebody to promote you and say, we gonna do this. We a team. We a team. Anybody that's not an asset is a liability. I don't give a shit who you are. I don't care where you from. I don't care what you think and what you heard. You are a fucking liability. If you are not helping to build, get the fuck gone. Get the fuck gone. Whether you're a man or whether you're a woman, whether you date men, whether you date women, or date both. If you are not an asset, you are a liability. Anybody that's teaching you how to deflect is damaging what's going to happen in your life. Let me say this again for the slow people in the back. They are damaging what you have in your life. That means the opportunities, the people that surround you. I'm not going to stay around a toxic person always blaming me, saying that I'm toxic and saying, oh, well, shit, everything's your fault. Well, everything's my fault all the time, every day, every second. It's my fault you don't know how to suck dick. It's my fault you don't know how to lick vagina. It's my fault you had bad credit when I met you. It's my fault that I'm overweight. You take no responsibility. You're listening to men and women tell you, ain't nothing your fault. Everything is their fault. Okay. See how far that gets you. See how far that gets you. See how long it takes before somebody say the hell with this. You want to know why you keep running through relationships? Because you never showed up in the relationship. Some of y'all talking about, oh, now that I'm out the relationship, I'm going to do me. I'm going to live my best life. Why wasn't you living your best life in a relationship? Why wasn't you 100% in a relationship? Some of y'all get in these relationships you for some reason, consistency is not on the menu. Loyalty is not on the menu. Respect is not on the menu. So being supportive to one another is not on the menu. Communicating healthily, not on the menu. I'm going to listen to these content creators hype me up. I'm a bad bitch. I'm a savage. I'm a boss. I'm a diva. I'm a don. And then you go back to your regular life. You go back to your your dirty apartment, your dirty car, your unhealthy living conditions. But they hype you up for that good 30 minutes to an hour to make you feel like you are, whoa, can't nobody touch you. Credit score is 335. You can't afford to buy socks from Walmart. But hey, you the baddest in the club. Every weekend, you the baddest in the club. Credit score 335. You can't afford to clap your hands. I'm just saying. Come on, man. Let me get through this. Come on, let me get through this, y'all. Jesus Christ.
Millions of views of the followers then. See, you niggas is weak. You niggas is weak. Y'all the same niggas that ain't paying attention because you don't really want a woman. If you pay attention to Kevin's platform, he asks women all the time, do you want to pay significant bills after being pregnant? Every single woman says no. And you niggas go, see, they want too much. What kind of raggedy ass nigga wants to send his woman into the workforce after having his baby? Over 300,000 women die every year giving birth. And that's with modern medicine. And some of y'all are going, nah, that's third world country shit. Serena Williams is one of the richest black women on this planet, and she almost died giving birth to her daughter. Because doctors are more likely not to believe a black woman when she says that she's in pain. You ain't got to...
No disrespect. No disrespect. Sometimes when you say no disrespect, you about to get disrespectful. But the fact of the matter is, I'm getting real Derek Jackson vibes from this guy. I don't know why he's giving us statistics about women birth and all of this other stuff or whatever case may be. I don't know why he's giving the statistics for the birth. I don't. Does Kevin Samuels have something to do with the women dying from birth? I don't know. The same.
Believe me, you can just look the shit up. But after a woman nearly gives her life and her body to bring life into this world with your genetics, you want her to go back to work so you can go.
Ryan, come get this tough love, brother. Listen, there are women that are pregnant that be smoking weed. There are women that are pregnant that be drinking. There are women that are pregnant that be in the club. There are women that are pregnant that be having sex with multiple men. There are numerous things that will affect the pregnancy. Okay? There are numerous things. I doubt very seriously that the narrative that a man is responsible for a whole bunch of these women having complications. There are numerous other things, but for some reason, you're harping on men being the problem and men being the cause. Hold everybody accountable. When you're pregnant, as a woman, you have a responsibility. If you get a woman pregnant, you have a responsibility. You motherfuckers are a team. I am so tired of people trying to split it down the middle. Nah, it's just one-sided. No, it's a fucking, it's both parties that are a team. Both parties are responsible and they should be held accountable. But for some reason, we listen to one-sided messages like this. Oh, it's the black man's fault. Yeah, they're responsible for the death of young kids. She was just smoking weed and drinking Hennessy. What the fuck? What the? Bruh. Jesus Christ.
Half on the bills with this lady. You niggas are fraud. What? Y'all don't remember what Kevin Samuels said about that?
So, because the real talk, you ain't got nothing. You can't provide for a woman. You can't provide for yourself. You got no money, no security, no insurance, no nothing. If you found a woman of your dreams, y'all got married next week. She got pregnant. Can you take care of a baby?
Yeah, potentially.
No, you can't. Now what?
Okay. I totally agree with what he just said. Ladies and gentlemen, I understand that people are afraid to be alone. They are afraid to be alone. And because they're afraid to be alone, they find whoever has a cute smile, whoever has a fat butt, whoever is there and that's available, that's made them laugh, that made them feel a little bit more comfortable with themselves after some type of breakup or whatever. I get it. That don't mean that they're financially ready for you. I know it's hard to hear. That don't mean that they're financially responsible. While you're saving money, they're blowing money. While you're trying to build, they're breaking down. So that the fact of the matter is, make sure that you're in a position, first of all, to take care of yourself. There are a lot of people that are dating that is not in a position to take care of themselves. But they dating. They turning up every weekend. Make sure that you don't get caught up with those people. Make sure that you vet the people that you're chilling with and that you're getting to know, or whatever case may be. What are your intentions? No disrespect, but how is your credit? No disrespect. Do you have any obligations that I need to know about before I give you some penis? Before I give you some vagina? Before we lay down? Do you want kids? You need to ask some serious questions, and that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping that these dating coaches, these empowerment coaches, these advice givers, they're saying, are you asking the hard questions? Now, of course, people can lie, but I'm going to be honest with you. Some of y'all don't ask because you're scared of the truth. You scared they're going to say something and be like, damn. You want to be left in the dark so that way you have some deniability. I'm not going to ask you about your credit score, even though it's goddamn 325. I want to have some deniability. Some of y'all don't find out the person that you're dealing with until damn near 90 days into the relationship. Y'all done had unprotected sex 6 times and had 3 pregnancy scares. Then all of a sudden you wake up, your car repoed. You got an eviction notice. You got to go to court because you got these taxes you ain't due. Find out who you're dealing with. But best of all, make sure that you are the type of person that you're looking for. If you are saying, I'm getting my shit together, or I got my shit together, then go find somebody like that. You know, nobody, I'm gonna be honest with you, struggle love is dead. Null and void. Coronavirus killed struggle love. All that struggling shit, oh, we gon' make it. All that struggle, nobody wants to have no fucking struggle love. A lot of people say, hey, I want you already ready-made, or goddamn it, at least have your foot in the door. And the thought process of having your foot in the door is very important. That's why you need men, and that's why you need women that's saying, let me as a man talk to men and say, these are the things that you need to do in order to be successful and productive. Ladies, these are the things that you need to do in order to be successful and productive. When you have men talking to men and women talking to women, guess what that promotes between men and women? Healthy dialogue, healthy conversation. I'm not talking about the men that sit here and say, well, let's just blame the women for all the fuck shit. Let's just blame the men for all the fuck shit. Guess what they're creating? Distraction, chaos, nonsense, hatred, disdain, disgust. and our children are watching this back and forth ping pong bullshit, and it's saying, man, let me go follow Lil Nas X, let me go follow Russell Westbrook, let me go follow this celebrity because my parents can't get it right. The people around me can't get it right. So let me follow somebody who got money like that. Because obviously acting like them gonna get you the money. Acting like them, hey, I can do what I want to do. Raising kids in a society where they don't even respect their parents. That's another live. Let's keep going.
Well,
Not well.
how much are you making at the bank?
I make about 1,000 every 2 weeks.
Damn.
$24,000 a year. So you make $12 an hour.
That's kind of cheap though.
17.
17.
Salute to the chat. Salute.
That's great for 20-year-old, but it ain't shit for a husband and a kid.
Uh-huh.
You broke as shit.
Yep.
I mean, you broke. Far too many dudes are broke. Cannot pay the cost to be the boss. Cannot pay 100%. Don't have 100% mindset, and you want 100% cooperation with ultimate femininity and submission. You don't get that.
When I posted that a man's supposed to pay all the bills, all you niggas lost your mind. Called me all kinds of simps and everything. Nah, see, you niggas just regurgitate whatever makes you feel good about not being the man you supposed to be.
Okay, so let me say this real quick. I think I would be remiss if I didn't say it. Ladies and gentlemen, fuck all that dumb shit. Listen to me. Find the common ground in your relationship, whatever works for your relationship. Because here's the thought process. Let's say that I'm good in my 1-bedroom apartment, right? Let's say I'm good with my car note. Let's say I'm good with the bills that I got money left over, I'm saving my money, etc., etc., etc. I'm good with my shit. That don't mean I'm good supporting somebody else in their shit. Because 9 times out of 10, that somebody else in their shit, there's coming with greater responsibility. It's not just a woman. It's, okay, well, you're saying that now I got to pay your car note. I got to pay your insurance. I got to pay to get your hair done. There's not a lot of men. I'm sorry. There's not a lot of men that can take on that responsibility. I'm sorry. Now, if you are a man that's leveled up to the point where you can do all that, my G, kudos. But your expectation for men that are average is a little bit asinine. Because what I can do as a rich person, I wouldn't expect the same person that doesn't have what I have to do the same thing. Well, I just bought my wife a new car yesterday. Yeah. She want a bike too. Yeah, now she want to go to Dubai next week. Everybody don't have that. And if you're in a position that you can do that, kudos to you. But this is why I say this is the issue with a whole lot of these advice givers. You're not thinking of a mentality of, well, damn. So you saying that I'm broke because I can't go to Dubai, then come back and buy a brand new car, and then go and do X1. Bro, no, that's not realistic. That's not realistic. And ladies, if you're looking for a man, here's the thing: you work hard to become CEOs, put yourself through college, etc., 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 and and you get yourself together, whatever. Can you imagine? You got a 1-bedroom apartment, you got your car note, you handling your bills, you living your best life as a woman. Then you meet a guy that's handling his bills, living his best life as a man, and you guys meet, and then all of a sudden the motherfucker says, well, now that I'm with you, I ain't got to do none of that shit. I'll just save my money and you spend all your money. Is that what we telling our sons to do? Did I make it clear? She got her shit. Sometimes you got to throw curse words in it, right? She got her shit together, right? He got his shit together. Now imagine them coming together and saying, well, all the bills that you got, all the responsibilities of getting your hair done and doing whatever you need to do, I'm now going to pay for that. Well, here's my thought process. If he had the money to go get a 4 or 5 bedroom house, why would he stay in a 1-bedroom apartment? If he had the money to go buy a Lamborghini, why is he driving a Honda Civic? You see what I'm saying? It's like, I need to, this is the problem that we have with this, and this is a way that people emasculate men too. If they had the money to live outside their means, wouldn't they live outside their means? If they had the money to live outside their means, to travel to Dubai, to travel over here, to go buy these type of lavish and expensive cars, to say, okay, I'm gonna go spend $500 on a purse. I'm gonna go spend $1,000 on this. I'm gonna go spend $5,000 on this. If they had that money, my thought process is, wouldn't they already be? Wouldn't they already be doing that? Wouldn't they already be doing that? I mean, I'm just saying, why get with you and now? Oh well, now I need to go ahead. Let me tell you something, ladies. Do not be a liability to your man, because here's the thing: that man is paying for your vagina. I'm about to hurt somebody's feelings. That man is paying for your vagina. You got to think about it. Paying for your vagina. Be an asset to your family. Be an asset to your relationship. I ain't telling you what to pay for. I'm just saying, for you to go into a situation thinking that you ain't got to pay for nothing, that the entire financial obligation and responsibility rests on that man. Now, if that's what he want to do and pick up that mantle and wave it around, then hey, kudos to him. But I'm just saying, there's not a lot. Hell, there's not a lot of women that can do it. There's not a lot of women that can do it. But to think that this man should be like, okay, well, now you're financially obligated to take care of all of this shit without the support of your wife. And why does he need you? If he's paying for you, it's gonna, ladies, let me tell you something. You go get a man. You go get a man that pays for everything. I can guarantee he's gonna be cheating on you. You better be worth it. You exactly right. Okay, Leo. If you have a man that is paying all the bills and you don't pay for nothing, you lay on your back. Hell, some of these people don't even cook. Some of them don't even want kids. So you lay on your back and you look pretty. That's your job. To be look like Instagram model and lay on your back. And to twerk on demand. And you're thinking that that man is going to be solely obligated to you. You think that man is going to be solely yours. I'm telling you right now, if that's the type of dynamic that you jump into, expect some problems. That's why I'm saying that these guys have these one-dimensional messages. And I feel like, Kevin Samuels, bro, you got to understand that there are levels to this shit. There are levels to this shit. Do what you can at your level. I can't compare myself to what a millionaire does for his woman. I can't. Now, in reference to time and in reference to loyalty, being trustworthy, et cetera, cool. Yes, I can do those things. But when it comes to finances, just because you take your girl on a trip around the world, hey, babe, we about to go to McDonald's. You ready? Here we go. Mount up. I'm just saying, man, I'm saying you guys can get creative within your city, or, you know what I'm saying, go do things and plan trips. I'm just saying, to have this level of realism that you need to do what a rich dude is doing for his wife, or what they doing on Love and Hip Hop, that's not realistic. And it's unfair to put that narrative out there on guys that are hardworking. It might be the guy that just paid off his, or paying on his student loans. And you know what I'm saying? You never know what the situation is. I think this is the reason why we have such an issue with men and women, because we have these guys that have already made it to a certain plateau saying, well, if you can't do what I can do, then you ain't no real man. You ain't high value. How many doctors do you know? How many lawyers do you know? How many motherfuckers do you know really out there getting money like that? They really out there getting money like that. So for you to be like, okay, I'm getting money now. Now I'm gonna put these unrealistic ass expectations on a person that I know. He just graduated from college. Just trying, you know, got an internship at some type of job. And you expecting him to say, oh, babe, you want a Bugatti? You want a Bugatti? We gonna do it on my all. Like, that's not realistic. So to put that out there like it's realistic, I think it's unrealistic. We got to be responsible with our platforms. As men, we should be looking at the situation and saying, what message are we sending these young men? Hell, these old men that never really had a real male figure. Ladies, what message are you sending these women? It's great that you want to promote yourself as a savage. It's great that you want to tell everybody you a bad bitch. But my thought process is, are you an asset? Are you an asset or are you a liability? What are you really bringing to the table? A lot of expectations and demands of things that you can't provide for yourself. Don't get with me and now you want the BMW. You was just in a neon. But now when you get with me, I'm expected to buy you a Beamer. You were just living in your mama's basement. But when you get with me, now you want a 5-bedroom house. You couldn't afford no bundles. Bundles. Pow, pow, bundles. You couldn't have, no hair. Bald-headed. But when you get with me, I'm supposed to give you the money to get your hair done every 3 days. You never left the city, baby girl. Boo-boo, honey, sugarfoot. You never left your city, but when you get with me, now it's time to travel to Vegas. You got to have realistic expectations. Realistic expectations. He said, stop being cute. Let me play this thing, man. Salute to everybody in the building. If you are a content creator, please drop.
And that's why you're rah-rahing behind Kevin Samuels.
Don't cut me.
Shout out to.
That was very disrespectful what you just did. very don't disrespect me on my old shit. If you are a content creator, please drop the link to your channel so people can support you or whatever case may be. I do believe in shouting people out or whatever case may be. I don't always do it. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that everybody has a message and everybody deserves support. So if you are a content creator and you're viewing, please drop your link or whatever, or at least tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, type in the name of your channel so people can come rock with you or whatever. I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you for the donations, and thank you for your time. So I think we got, how much time left? We got another like 2 or 3 minutes or whatever case may be. Now I'm going to close this thing out. I know y'all busy.
Men out there handling their business and understand what it is to be a man that's living in his purpose and is trying to have a family that he takes care of and be the man that he's supposed to be in his family and in his community. I'm not going to go back and forth and act like Kevin Samuels is perfect, because I'm going to dissect that nigga in part 2. But what I'm saying is probably the worst part, the worst part about the...
Can I be real with y'all? I think the fact that he's saying nigga so many times, to me, shows that he's not going to be fair and impartial. You could just say Kevin Samuels, I'm going to dissect him. I'm going to dissect that man. I'm going to dissect that gentleman. It's so many other words, but you're using this word nigga as if you're really about to break him down, as if you're qualified to break him down. You're qualified to review him. And I can already see that your message is not balanced. So now you're going to go at him with an unbiased review, which to me, we don't need as men. We don't need women. I don't care if it's black women or I don't care what color they are. We don't need women looking at men as if we can't get our shit together, as if we can't work together, as if we can't build together, as if we can't share knowledge and information. And that's the issue that's going on right now. It is so many men that want to motherfucking like join teams and team up and say, oh yeah, we real men, we genuine. But then when you actually call them out, you put their name in the title and say, hey, let me holler at you. They run, they scared. They're scared. Well, I'm just going to ignore them. I'm just not going to say anything or whatever. You don't think your subscribers know what the fuck is going on? When you're not full of shit, people run from shit. Let me say it again for the slow people. When you're not full of shit, people run from shit. If you put ToughLove's name in the title, ToughLove pulling up. If you address, I don't give a fuck if it's 1 minute or 1 hour. If you addressing me, then it's only fair and right that I address you respectfully. But when you don't do it, you showcase that you really don't stand on anything. Let me tell you something. When you talk to the people have a right to respond. And if they're saying that you ain't living what you're supposed to be living, or you're derailing from what it is you say that you're about, and someone says, hey, look, Here's some constructive criticism. You not responding show cowardness. And your subscribers can see that. Your subscribers can see that. They can recognize that. See, when it's about talking about celebrities, let me do a reaction video. Let me do a reaction video. But when it's talking about real shit, for some reason, you ignore it. Everybody that has some constructive criticism or don't agree with you are not haters, are not jealous, are not trolls. They just people that want to see you do better and hold you accountable. It's real shit. Real shit. So those men that promote, oh, well, all of these weirdos, all of these people jealous of me. Bro, ma'am, I'm glad you got subscribers. But it's only a matter of time before somebody says, well, I'm going to put your name in the title and I'm going to address something that you've done. Can you stand on your own too? Or do you need somebody that got more subscribers to come save you? Or cheerlead for you? Or protect you? That's not what men do. We got to do better. We got to expect better from men. And when we don't hold them responsible and accountable, and we just let them say whatever they want to say, then we start derailing and we look bad in front of these women. We look bad as a collective. And I'm not just talking about black men.
Rise of Kevin Samuels is the nigga has done some productive things.
Damn, I wish he stopped saying
that. But the bitch ass niggas that hide behind him going rah, rah, rah and disrespecting women and then hide behind Kevin Samuels quotes and stats and figures and opinions to try to make their point. Y'all some bitch ass niggas. Bitch ass niggas. The rising bitch ass.
Here's the issue. I'm going to stop it right there. Here's the issue with screaming about niggas and bitch ass niggas and this and this and this. They're not standing in front of you. Anybody can turn a camera on and curse out the camera. Curse out the phone. Look at the phone. Anybody can do this. Like I don't know really too much about Ryan Davis or whatever the case may be, but I think that, you know, you kind of feeling yourself. And that's fine. You got a high self-esteem. Great. Good for you. You go. The thought process is that if you're going to talk or give a perspective about another man, show that you're fair and impartial. Show that you are a balanced messenger deliverer. That you can deliver this message and be fair and impartial. I think so many people get caught up in this whole thing of, I'm going to talk about this man and degrade him and disrespect him and throw shade and throw shots. And then I'm going to retract the statement and apologize because I didn't realize that I sounded like a dickhead. Somebody need to holler at Ryan Davis. I figured I'd be the one to do it. If you don't like Kevin Samuels, block him. If you don't want to hear his narrative, see his face, block him. Don't subscribe to it. But trying to rally these females up against black men, talking about beta males and alpha males and this and that and this, as if you are the epitome of an example. I don't know if you're an example or not. I'm not sitting here trying to, I don't really follow you. I don't really know. I'm only addressing this because I see a lot of people screaming the downfall of Kevin Samuels. I do believe that he does inspire a lot of men. You know, a lot of men that probably don't know how to talk to women, don't know how to tie ties. Hell, I don't think it's a lot of men that don't. How many men you know that have more than 3 suits? I'm just being real with y'all. You see what I'm saying? So I think that he is allowing men to see an example of what stepping your game up or leveling up is, or whatever case may be. Do I agree with all his talking points? Do I agree with how he addressed certain people sometimes? No, I don't. You know, based on what I see from time to time or whatever. But I can't say that I put too much interest into living verbatim on what Kevin Samuels or any celebrity says, because this is my life. You have your life. If you're not empowering yourself, doing something every day that says, you know what, man, what is my legacy going to be for me? What is my legacy going to be for my children and my family members and my friends? When they get up there and stand in front of everybody while I'm laying in a casket, what are they going to say about me? You lazy, you self-centered, you're disrespectful, you're untrustworthy, you like drama, you like gossip, you spent all day listening to motherfuckers who bash women and bash men and bash the gay community and bash the black community. They might tell the truth about some of y'all. Hell, your kids might jump up there and join the fight. Your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your exes, your co-workers, your frenemies, they might join in and say, you damn right. You exactly right. You telling the truth. They wasn't shit. This message is to provide an opportunity for all content creators, all people that say, I want to give a perspective. I'm saying be fair and impartial. That's honest. That's real. Be fair and impartial. Say what it is that you mean the first time and stand by it as a man. It's not about name calling. It's not about, oh, well, let me question your sexuality. What is that man's message? What is that message? What is that man's message? Is it okay? Is it some parts that you like and some parts that you don't like, or you just don't like that man because he has notoriety? You just don't like that man because these females are giving that man attention. Jealousy is real. Hatred is real. The lack of accountability as men is real. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time. Thank you for tuning in. If you don't know who I am Mario J. This is Tough Love. Until next time, adult up. Grown men, adult men. It's time to be accountable. Like, subscribe, and share. I'ma holla at y'all. Peace.